AM Quad Cities, News Talk 1420, WOC. Good morning, Dan and Dan. And well, minus one Dan today, but we've replaced Dan with Kathy Wyan from River Action this morning. Good morning to you, Kathy. How are you?
Good morning.
Good to see you again. You know, we have you in a couple of times a year, and you can just tell what time of the calendar it is by, if she's here in the summer, it's got to be Floatzilla, and that's coming up Saturday.
Yes.
How's the registration going so far for that?
It's going well. Very well. We're ahead of last year. But we just need about 2,000 more.
So for somebody who doesn't know what Floatzilla is, explain.
It's the largest paddling celebration on the Mississippi. We have a wonderful, iconic river here. We have water that most cities would die for. And what better cities to host Floatzilla than the Quad Cities? And then, maybe we will break a world record because we have such an iconic river.
Right? That's the goal every year.
It is. It is. And we have the population to do it. We have outfitters to help if you don't have a kayak. But we just need to get the word out. We have 13 states represented so far. We have 13 state flags flying on the Hampton Crane on Saturday.
Nice. Very cool. So you kick in a lot of... Now, the interesting thing, too, about Floatzilla is you don't have to do the whole thing. If you wanted to show up and just hang out at Potter Lake at Sunset Park, you can do that.
Right. All you'd have to do is paddle to the center of the lake to have your picture taken, and it's a lot of fun.
Right. Because that's where everything heads is to Sunset Park. But a lot of people take off from Credit Island, just across the river.
That's right.
A lot of people come in from
Empire Park up, and that's a 11-mile trip. But
is that the northernmost
one?
Okay.
You're going downstream. You need to paddle, but you have the current with you. Lock through Summit Ben Butterworth. That's a 9-mile trip. Put in there. A lot portage over Sylvan Island.
Yeah.
We have that option.
And by the way, it's nice because everybody thinks Sylvan Island is closed. It's not closed.
No.
The bridge to get there, you can't walk across, but if you have a canoe, you could put in right there and go over and explore Sylvan Island. It's still open. You can get there.
And we have a wonderful gift this year. Superior Docks from Illinois City came up and put in a beautiful new 22-foot long dock for us at that portage with a ramp. So it's easy to get out. We have people on the island, too, to help people portage. But, we make it easy for them on that island trip.
So if you've never kayaked before or never been, because it's not just kayaks, right? I mean, canoes. I mean, anybody who wants to paddle.
Canoes.
Right? How can you get one if you...
Well, we have outfitters. We have Crawdaddies. We have River Basin Canoe and Kayak out of Burlington. We have our own Princeton Outdoor Adventures. I talked to Kevin Kernan yesterday. He's really excited. He has lots of canoes and kayaks rented, but he has a few more. So there's really no way you could miss it.
Right. And something that you told me a little earlier that I thought was kind of interesting. I had always wondered, I thought, if I do it, I think it'd be fun to go through the locks because if you put in at Empire Park or Ben Butterworth, you said, anywhere up there, you got to come through Lock and Dam 15. And a lot of people apparently do that.
Yes. Oh, yes. Hundreds and hundreds do. We do it from 10 to noon. The lockmaster works with us. We have 14 safety boats out on the river. We have people inside the lock to help people if they're a little nervous about it, but they shouldn't be because you line up 3 on each side, and it works very well.
Yeah. And then the good part is you don't have to paddle back against the current, right? That's because to me I thought, that sounds great going down. But...
You asked about that. Yes, we have all-day shuttle buses that will take you back from the Lake Potter to where you parked your car. We run it all along the Illinois side, clear up to Empire Park and Ben Butterworth. And in Iowa, you do have to cross back over to Credit Island, but our buses run from Credit Island all the way to Main Street, Marquette Street, all of those launch sites, too.
Do people camp?
They do.
Yeah,
they're
I would imagine they do.
They're there on Friday night and Saturday night, and we have lots of campers more this year than ever because word is spread that it's such a nice island to camp on. It's tent camping only. We send others with RVs and so on to Buffalo Shores and Illinois Park and other places because Quad Cities has a lot.
Yeah, you could go up just past Empire Park right up there. There's a couple
That's
of
right.
spots
It's
up
a
there,
wonderful
too.
spot, and then you'd be putting in right where you wanted to be.
Yeah. So if somebody wants to sign up, how do they do it?
They do it online at floatzilla.org, and then on Friday night at 5 o'clock, we're at Credit Island, and we're signing people up there. and all day Saturday until noon at either Credit Island or Lake Potter.
I just love Floatzilla. I love the name and the image that conjures up.
Well, if you like that, we've got another name for you, Swapzilla, because on Friday night we also have a canoe, kayak, and bike swap, and it's expanded this year. The athletic equipment, canoes, kayaks, whatever, bring it down. Just sit with it, put your own price on it, and we'll offer an opportunity for people to trade up, trade down, whatever it is they want to do.
So maybe you're looking to buy a kayak. Maybe
Yes.
you're looking to buy a bike or something.
Oh,
and
yes.
you might be able to find a pretty good deal there, too.
Yes, and I heard someone the other day say he's bringing his sailboat. So there will be lots of things to look at, and we have a band and food on Friday night as well. So come down, sign up if you haven't. If you have, pick up your packet and then take part in all the rest of the fun. We've got games like you can do a water balloon through the eye of Floatzilla for prizes,
Nice.
and we have some races around Pelican Island for those ready to get in shape for the Floatzilla.
So now what's the overall point? What's the goal of River Action with Floatzilla?
Yes. Well, again, I think we have a world-class, iconic river. We want to show the world what a wonderful paddling place this is. We have sloughs, 5 of them. That's an archipelago, practically, especially when you look at Andalusia Slough. We've got waterfront to die for, and we're trying to show the world what we have. And this does it. Paddling is getting more and more popular, just like biking did a few years ago, and now it's exploding. Paddling is getting very big, and we have so many opportunities here. So the idea is to show them what water trails we have and to get out, and because we have such a wonderful waterfront, riverfront, and river, we should break the world record. What better cities to do it?
No
we have
excuse.
an amazing amount of water here. The cities in the world would die for what we have.
Yeah.
We have the Rock River, we have the sloughs, we have the Mississippi. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's a lot, and it's beautiful, and there's some
And
bike trails, and I see people kayaking on all of them all the time, and
Yes.
it's nice to see people getting out. Because a few years ago, I remember when I was growing up, you probably didn't want to hang out too much in the water, just because people. I remember people. I remember going fishing on Sylvan Slough, and people would you see tires all over there.
Yes.
And then you got Chad Pagracki
Yes.
and groups like that have come through and cleaned it up, and it's beautiful now. Whereas a few years ago, you probably wouldn't want to hang out in it.
That's right. All cities are looking to take advantage, economic development advantage of our river and riverfront. And it's a working river. We're so happy to have that as well. But yes, you take a look at the parks we have, the trails and so on.
Yeah.
We have done a lot. We have a lot left to do,
Sure.
but
We do, but still,
but
it's a lot better, and it's you see people all the time taking advantage of it now, which is nice to see.
yes.
So, all right, go to the website Floatzilla, Floatzilla, floatzilla.org for more information or to sign up. Or if you just rather do it in person, you can do that Friday at Credit Island. You're doing the packet pickup, but you can also sign up during that.
That's right.
Yeah, and a big party over at Credit Island on Friday as well, and of course on Saturday, Floatzilla
Right.
itself.
We have a lot of music on Saturday. We have the Quad City model boat builders with lots of interesting boats out in Lake Potter as well. They're enjoying their demonstrations and
Very
with the
cool.
audience they have.
All right, Kathy, good to see you again. Good luck.
Thanks.
And
Thanks,
I
Dan.
know you're so busy. It's a go time for River Action this weekend. So it was good seeing you again. Thanks for making some time
Thank
for
you.
us today. Floatzilla.org is the website for more information. It's 717 at AM Quad Cities.